Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to your SST class. Today we are going to revise a new chapter. As revision work is going on and we are revising already, we have revised two chapters. Today we are going to start a new chapter which will come in your examination. The name of the chapter is Heritage, our culture and tradition. What is the meaning of heritage? Heritage means tradition and culture of our country that have existed for a long time and that have great importance for the country. Okay, what we have inherited from our ancestors is known as heritage. Indian heritage is thousands of years old and it includes our language, dresses, dance, music, architecture, paintings, festivals. These all includes our rich heritage. Already we have read about our culture and traditions, our heritage. Once again, in very short, I will explain you about all these things. And then after, we will discuss some questions related to this chapter. So let us start. Languages. In our country, there are 22 recognized languages. 22 languages are there which is recognized by our constitution. Among these 22 languages, Hindi is official language of our country, which is written from left to right. Only three languages are there, Kashmiri, Sindhi and Urdu, which are written from right to left. Rest all the languages are written from left to right. These 22 recognized languages are Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Manipuri, Malayalam, Maithili, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. These are the 22 recognized languages of our country. These languages are spoken in more than 1600 dialects. Now dialects means what? Dialects are different form of same languages. Okay, when you will change the place from one place to another, if you will go from one place to another, the same language is spoken in another dialect. So the way of speaking the same language is different from place to place. Like Hindi is spoken in Bihar also and UP also, but the way of talking is different at both the places. Okay. Now, here Hindi is written in Devanagari script, whereas Punjabi is written in Gurumukhi script. What is the meaning of script? Each language has a set of letters in which it is written, and that is known as script. So Hindi is written in Devanagari script and Punjabi is written in Gurumukhi script. Now come towards dresses. In our country, the main traditional dress of women is sari. But the way of tying sari is different from place to place. Okay. You can see. You can see here. This is the way of Gujarati woman, in which way she has tied the sari, and the same sari has been worn by Marathi woman. She has worn the sari in different style. Here Tamil woman, she has also worn the sari, but the way of tying the sari is different. And here Bengali woman, she has worn the sari in different style. So these are the different ways of tying the sari from one place to another, state to state. Apart from sari, women's wear lehenga choli, ghagra, salwar kameez. These are also some dresses of India. Apart from these all dresses, some special dresses are also there, which represents a particular state. Like women of Assam wear mekhla chadar, a two-piece sari. Mekhla is wrapped like a lungi and chadar is wrapped separately to cover upper body. Women in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana wear short blouse that is known as choli and a pleated skirt that is called as ghagra or lehenga. They cover their heads with odhni. Girls wear long skirt called pavada in Andhra Pradesh also. So these are some special dresses of some particular state. In Kashmir, both men and women wear a special type of dress that is known as firans to protect themselves from severe cold. Men also wear different types of clothes, but the traditional dress of men in India is dhoti kurta. Dhoti kurta, but they used to wear kurta pajama, pant shirt also. In when you will go in southern part of India, you can see their men are wearing lungi. Okay, the name of lungi is different from place to place. In Tamil Nadu, it is known as vesti, whereas in Kerala, it is known as mundu. In Nagaland, tribes of Nagaland wear shawl, and they are identified by shawls. Each tribe has different style of shawl. Now, let's move towards dance. There are two forms of dance in our country, folk dance and classical dance. Folk dances can be performed by anyone in any special occasion like wedding, festivals, crop harvesting, or other occasions. But these classical dances are performed by trained dancers. These dances begin as the form of worship. Classical dances are based on different beats and rhythm. The dancers wear special costumes like masks and headdresses in classical dance. And different states has different types of folk dance, their own style of folk dance and classical dance. Like Bhangra is the famous folk dance of Punjab, Bihu is famous folk dance of Assam. Here the list of classical dance is also given over there. Bharatnatyam of Tamil Nadu, Kathakali of Kerala, Kathak of North India, Kuchipudi, Telangana, Manipuri of Manipur, Uttam Thulal of Kerala, Odishi of Odisha, Chow dance of Jharkhand, Satriya of Assam, and Oiliyattam of Tamil Nadu. These are the classical dance of our country. And here, this is the list of folk dances of our country: Bhangra of Punjab, Bihu of Assam, Ghumar of Rajasthan, Garba and Dandiya Ras of Gujarat, Gidda of Punjab, Lezim dance of Maharashtra, Rauf dance of Jammu and Kashmir, Nati of Himachal Pradesh, and Kajri of Uttar Pradesh. These are the famous folk dances of our country. Here you can see this is the picture of Bhangra dance. Now music. In India, classical music is divided into two schools. The Hindustani of northern India and the Carnatic of southern India. These are the two schools of music in India. These are the instruments which is used in Carnatic music. These are the Carnatic musical instruments like khanzira, then shruti box, morshing, veena, thambura, flute, ghatam, harmonium, violin. These are the Carnatic musical instruments, whereas these are the Hindustani musical instruments like sitar, sarangi, bansuri, sarod, shehnai, tabla, santoor, tanpura, harmonium. Okay, these are the Hindustani musical instruments. In India, three types of festivals we used to celebrate. These are national festivals, religious festivals, and harvest festivals. National festivals includes Republic Day, Independence Day, and Gandhi Jayanti, whereas religious festival which is related to different religions like Durga Puja, Eid, Guru Parv, okay, and harvest festival which we used to celebrate during the harvest of crops like Onam of Kerala, Holi in North India, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu of Assam, and Baisakhi in Punjab. These are the famous festivals of our country. These are the list of religious festivals, and this is the list of national festival of our country. This is the picture of Ganesh Chaturthi. In the field of painting, also the tradition of painting has deep root in India. The wall paintings at Ajanta and Ellora caves, which depicts the life of Lord Mahavir, and the miniature paintings, which is very small in size, but it explains, it shows things in great details, are the heritage of our country. Okay, this is the picture of the paintings of Ajanta and Ellora caves, you can see. Then after, in the field of architecture, the Indian architecture has also a long history. The ruins of Indus Valley civilizations tell the story of our rich heritage and architecture in the past. The stoops of Sanchi at Sarnath, built by Ashoka and his successor, are best example of Indian architecture. Okay. Then after, Mughal emperors also spent a lots of money. This Taj Mahal. It is an example of Mughal architecture made by Shah Jahan. Here you can see these are the Indian architectures, temple at Thanjavur. Here Meenakshi temple, Khajuraho temple, Sun temple of Konark, Lingaraj temple, Shore temple. These all temples shows the Indian architecture. Here Parliament House, Rashtrapati Bhavan, and Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, Victoria Memorial. These all are example of British architecture in India. This is the picture of Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, so these all are the architectures, Portuguese architectures, the churches of Goa. It shows, and it is the fine example of Portuguese architectures. And apart from all these, some more temples are there, like lotus shaped Bahai temple at Akshardham, and Akshardham temple. These all also shows the rich architecture heritage of our country. Now let us solve some questions. Write the folk dances of given states. Right now I have explained you about the folk dances. In Punjab, the folk dance of Punjab is Bhangra. Himachal Pradesh, the folk dance of Himachal Pradesh is Nati. In Maharashtra, folk dance is Lezim. Gujarat, Garba and Dandiya Ras, both are the folk dances of Gujarat. And in Uttar Pradesh, Kajri is the famous folk dance. Okay, here I have written answers also, so that you will not face any problem. In this question, fill in the blanks is there. First question is, dash of northern India and dash of southern India are two schools of music. Right now I have told you that the Hindustani of northern India and the Carnatic of southern India are the two schools of music. Paintings of Ajanta and Ellora cave depicts the scene from the life of Lord Buddha. The churches of Goa are fine example of Portuguese architecture. Basilica of Bom Jesus is located in Goa. Dash is called land of festivals. Our country, our India is known as land of festivals. Regular beats of sound is known as rhythm. And dash is science of designing and construction. The correct answer will be architecture. Architecture is the science of designing and construction. Hindi is written in Devanagari script. Dash means tradition and culture of a country. Heritage means tradition and culture of a country. Dash is the official language of India. Hindi is the official language of India. And lungi is called vesti in Tamil Nadu and mundu in Kerala. In this way, you will learn the question and you will prepare for your examination. Okay. Some more questions I will give you as your homework. So you all will do it very easily. Okay. And if you will face any problem, if you will feel any confusion, you can ask during the class. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye. In next class, we will explain you a new chapter, another chapter. We will revise another chapter. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.